This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, Nye County officials are now reporting that at least 30 inmates are now diagnosed with the coronavirus. Nye County says that they have 164 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positives, up 13 from Tuesday morning. 7 of the new cases are inmates at the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. The detention center inmates account for 30 of the prompt cases overall. Chemisys Laboratory, through Serenity Health, has partnered with the Nye County Sheriff's Office and Nye County to provide a drive-up COVID testing for Nye County and surrounding communities. Testing here in Pahrump is now Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. That's at night. Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. Friday 7 to 9 a.m. in the morning, and there is no pre-registration. You just show up with your identification and insurance card if you have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you may still test. Testing locations are at Serenity Health at 2280 East Calvada Boulevard, number 301. That's right there in the Calvada Eye. People will be lining up in the Calvada Eye. You can also test by appointment. It's still available here in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and Tonopah. Here in Pahrump, you need to give a phone call to 702-234-5398. You can also email pahrump@serenitymentalhealth.org for an appointment. In Tonopah, you can call 775-302-5800 or 775-482-6659. Well, today, by executive order, Governor Steve Sisolak ordered the flags of the United States and the state of Nevada to be flown at half-staff at the state capitol and state public buildings and grounds from sunrise until sunset, as a mark of solemn respect and in remembrance of Nevada Highway Patrol Sergeant Ben Jenkins, whose funeral was held today in Elko and streamed on the Nevada Department of Public Safety Facebook page.
Let's pray. Lord, we're gathered today to pay our respects to and to honor Ben Jenkins. Ben spent his life giving of himself for others around him selflessly. His loss to the state, to our community, and especially to his family is a grievous one. It will affect our lives for the rest of our lives. And that we acknowledge your presence here today and are especially grateful that you were there on that terrible day to usher Ben into your presence. Keep him in your loving arms as he waits for the day when we will all be brought before you. Be with us now. Help us to mourn this terrible loss. Comfort us with the knowledge that Ben is with you. Watch over us until we're reunited with our missing loved ones. Amen.
Left.
Please.
We'll have a video tribute on the screen over here.
Through town, just my boy and me, with a happy meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, in my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk like that? He said, I've been watching. That ain't that cool. I'm your buckaroo. I wanna be like you.
And if you are listening on the radio, that was a montage of Sergeant Ben Jenkins and his life. If you would like to see the entire service, you can go to our local Pahrump Facebook page. Well, Nye County Director of Emergency Management Scott Lewis appeared before county commissioners on Tuesday. He says that we're seeing a growing number of positive cases of COVID-19, and while we haven't seen any recent deaths, we're seeing a shift in who's getting infected.
We are still in a tier 2, in our phase 2, and Nevada is approaching 24,000 confirmed cases with 548 deaths and over 400,000 tests completed. The recovery is extended through July, and we're waiting to see if there's going to be any additional word coming down from the governor. So if there's anything we can take away from this message today, as evidence, the virus is still out there. We ask you to be extremely cautious, follow the necessary protocols, follow the normal hand sanitizing, things along those lines, in the physical distancing, and we believe that physical wearing mask is still appropriate, and we ask you to take every precaution possible.
I'd like to know if we had any people die lately from this, or...
We only have 3 deaths, and those deaths are recorded in the number that I provided.
And those were the ones early on?
Yes, we haven't had any recent deaths.
Okay.
How many of these cases, out of the 3 deaths we have, how many of those cases had pre-existing conditions and the COVID complicated it? Can you speak to
I believe all 3.
Okay.
Yeah. What we're seeing, though, is that there's a change in the trend. The first go-around, if you will, early on, the majority of the cases were around 40 or older. We're seeing more and more younger people. In fact, in this list, the current list, there's several children. So we're seeing a dynamic shift, if you will, and I think that's consistent with what the country is also experiencing.
More news, including our Business First Brief, right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Walmart is ready to take on Amazon with its new subscription service. Some U.S. tech giants are headed to Washington, and United Airlines warns of thousands of workers of potential layoffs. Angela Miles has more.
Topping our news, Walmart is getting ready to take on Amazon Prime. According to Recode, Walmart will launch Walmart Plus later this month. It will be a subscription-based plan that competes directly against Amazon Prime. Walmart stock on Tuesday was the top gainer in the Dow. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are getting ready to take on top tech leaders. Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Apple CEOs are set to testify July 27th at a hearing lawmakers have called to investigate competition in the digital marketplace. And United Airlines is warning employees that tens of thousands of them will receive notices this month about potential job cuts. The major air carriers, including United, signed letters of intent for federal loans to help them survive the pandemic. Under that agreement, the airlines cannot furlough workers until October.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, a Clark County man is under arrest accused of threatening to blow up the Pahrump DMV office.
Anthony Kitchingham has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on a charge of communicating a bomb threat. Employees at the Department of Motor Vehicles office on Basin Road called 911 to report a man who had threatened to blow up the building and was acting aggressively. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies say that man, later identified as Kitchingham, explained to them he was frustrated that he was refused service and admitted to saying he was going to blow up the place. Deputies say a security guard told them Kitchingham was denied service since he was a resident of Clark County, going on to cite DMV guidelines that require residents to use a DMV office in their home county. Witnesses told deputies Kitchingham became irate, aggressive, and used foul language, followed with, "I'm going to blow this place up." The arrest report indicates the comment was made in front of about 27 people. The DMV manager told officers Kitchingham was asked to leave, then return to make the bomb threat.
Thanks to Brad Francis for that report. Well, a Round Mountain man is in the Nye County Detention Center accused of having sex with a minor.
On June 28th, Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives received a report of a statutory sexual seduction. The Sheriff's Office says their investigation revealed that the suspect, 33-year-old Cody Smith of Round Mountain, had sexual intercourse with a 15-year-old juvenile. The juvenile was babysitting for Smith and his wife on the night of the 26th. Investigators say Smith told them he recalls being handsy with the teenager, but told them he did not remember much else because he had been drinking. However, detectives say as Smith pieced it all together, he concluded that he did have sexual intercourse with the juvenile. Smith was arrested and booked into the Nye County Detention Center on charges of lewdness with a child and statutory sex seduction.
The Nye County Roads Department works hard to maintain local roadways, but keeping up with filling potholes can be a monumental task. Many times crews can't fix a pothole if they don't know about it, and that's where you come in. Commissioner Leo Blundo is encouraging local drivers to report the problems they see.
I recommend and suggest and I implore the public, please make sure you're submitting through the road report. Go to nyecounty.net, under Public Works, there's a road report form, fill it out. Hey, I got a pothole. If you're right there, snap a photo. Hey, the edge of my street's getting torn up, snap a photo. That's all you got to do, submit it in. If you'd like to put your name, put your name. If you don't want to put your name, don't put your name. I get it. You know, you're always welcome to put John Q. Public in there. Get creative. What's important is document where we have road issues. We're all driving the roads, and I think it's very important that we all be a part of the solution. You're the one that goes to thunk over that pothole time and time again. I may not go over that road, you know, on a regular basis. So please submit it in. This way we know where we kind of need to look and focus on hot spots. We may be patching a pothole right down the street, and we can go take care of that one too. But since we don't know, we can't address it. I think it's very important to have public input, and we're here to serve you, the public, on this.
News 25 will return after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
The 48th Annual Freedom Festival Fireworks Show in Pahrump was a big hit. Zambelli Fireworks produced the magic, and News 25 got a look at what goes on behind the scenes to make it all possible.
All right, what we use is we use a digital firing console. Everything here on this show, because of safety, is fired electronically. And what we have here is a little over 630 cues that are going to be fired in roughly 26 minutes for the duration of the show. We have a number of safeties. I have to arm the board. I turn the key to arm, and I go to the operate position. You'll notice that all of my LEDs now turn red. That tells me that I'm ready to fire these shots off these devices. And so each one of those now still has two more procedures that have to happen. This is a firing pin, and this firing button both have to be pushed when we touch the pin in order for that device to fire off. Test fire. We're required by law in some jurisdictions to go ahead and fire test fires so we can check the altitude, airspeed, and see where our fallout's going to go out. In this particular case, we have no winds aloft. Everything's ready. We're going for show. Well, I'll tell you something. It was loud. I didn't hear any of those cars out there, so I mean, they must not have turned their radios up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that, man. It's nuts.
Either that or we outdid them again. I don't know.
It went really smoothly. We obviously the nervousness set in, considering it was our first show this year because all the COVID stuff happening. But once the show got going, we definitely everything went together.
He was dancing behind the board.
I was dancing. I started dancing behind the board. I was just trying to get loosened up because every time I get tense, it doesn't end well for me. So I was just trying to loosen up. So.
How many shots did we have? I don't know what the right terminology is.
Well, we shot a lot. Let's just put it that way. It was a lot.
Over 1,600 3-inch and over 700 4-inch altogether. and over 3,000, a little over 3,500 low-level devices.
Awesome. And the show is how long?
Well, it was 29 minutes total. We did some breaks at the beginning. We wanted to kind of, well, we intended the crowd to be in the park, so we did this intro for about 3 minutes to get them warmed up. And unfortunately, we didn't have people in the park, but I'm sure that they pretty much figured out what we were trying to do. So
We just hope everybody enjoyed it.
after John Wayne, it was all up in the air.
And just a reminder, if you missed the fireworks show, it's now available to watch online. Just head to KPVM's YouTube channel. We also posted a link to the video on our Facebook page, Local Pahrump. Well, Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak issued the formal proclamation to call the Nevada legislature into a special session beginning today to address the historic budget shortfall. This will be the 31st special session in Nevada's history. The governor says he is eager to work with our Nevada lawmakers on this difficult undertaking and finalize the necessary reductions while prioritizing resources to protect Nevada's residents as much as possible. He adds that he understands that the COVID-19 public health crisis has put us in a position to make very painful decisions on the state budget, but he is confident that we will be able to overcome this challenge together and forge a new path forward. Once the budget shortfall is addressed and the special session is concluded, the governor plans to issue a subsequent proclamation for the legislature to consider policy items that rise to the extraordinary occasion of a special session. While treating cancer is a team effort, now recent research suggests recruiting an acupuncturist may be beneficial. Cleveland Clinic's Jamie Starkey says results show acupuncture may be useful for easing cancer pain.
It's safe, it's effective, and it's quite helpful in terms of bringing your cancer-related pain scores down without a significant amount of side effects.
The study reviews 17 trials looking at acupuncture and acupressure. Results show these alternative therapies are associated with reduced cancer pain and decreased use of pain medications. Starkey says pain medications often come with a host of side effects which can reduce quality of life. Decreasing pain medication can alleviate unpleasant side effects and allow people to move forward with cancer treatments more comfortably. Starkey says acupuncture dates back thousands of years, and studies show the ancient practice manages pain by influencing the nervous system.
We have the release of endorphins from the central nervous system, which is your body's natural pain-relieving chemical. And so we see through studies that acupuncture has an effect in influencing your nervous system to create a pain-relieving effect on its own.
If you're interested in learning more about acupuncture or acupressure to treat cancer pain, Starkey recommends talking with your oncologist first. She says it's best to get a referral for an acupuncturist with experience in treating cancer pain. Complete results for the study can be found in JAMA Oncology.
All right, well, let's go to Darby O'Donnell at Desert Haven with a dog named Rusty who was found as a stray.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Rusty. Rusty is a 2-year-old terrier mix. He is a beautiful rusty type color. He has a little bit of orange on him. He was found as a stray. He is super powerful dog, like very, very strong, so he definitely needs a handler that can handle him. He does really well on the leash. If you want to come and see Rusty or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, just give them a call ahead of time so you can make an appointment to visit the animals, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. If you're a senior over the age of 60, you do have free adoption fees here at Desert Haven. Also, if you're active military or retired, you also get free adoption fees as well. If you would like to go and sponsor an animal because you can't adopt them, they are also accepting sponsorships, so anyone can come in, pay for the animal's adoption fees, and then so he can go and find his forever home.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, as we look outside on that weather cam, we're going to be returning in just a moment to talk about the heat wave that we are going to be having this weekend and how you can prepare.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 106 degrees, a low of 76, 113, a low of 81 in Death Valley, 102, 67 in Amargosa, 99, 63 in Beatty, 93, 55 in Goldfield, 90, a low of 53 in Tonopah, 88, 50 in Carson City, 92 for the high in both Fallon and Fernley, 53 for the low in Fallon, and 55 the low in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 101 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest up to 12 miles per hour, 6% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:34 this morning. Now for tonight, our low is going to be 71 degrees. We're expecting clear skies. It is currently 99 outside with winds out of the southeast up to 9 miles per hour, humidity at 11%, and 8:04 tonight expected for our sunset. Now taking a look ahead to that 7-day, nothing but sunny skies pretty much all the way through next Wednesday. We still are going to be dealing with some high winds, anywhere between 13 to 17 miles per hour in that period of time. And also our temperatures are starting to get pretty hot. We're going to work our way up to 110 degrees on Sunday, and then those temperatures are going to start dropping off just a little bit down to 103 by next Wednesday. Now for overnights, we're pretty much just going to be hanging out in somewhere around those mid to high 70s with the exception of Sunday, where we're going to be seeing a low of 81 degrees. Now, we're also going to be reporting an excessive heat watch in effect from Saturday through Monday for the lower elevations of southern Nevada, southern California, and northeastern Arizona, including cities such as Pahrump, Las Vegas, Laughlin, Mesquite, Lake Mead in Nevada, Kingman, Bullhead City, Lake Havasu City in Arizona, and Bishop, 29 Palms, Barstow, Needles, and Death Valley in California. Afternoon highs in the valleys will range from 110 to 120 degrees in the morning, and overnight lows up to 80 and 90 degrees. Now use an abundance of heat-related caution this weekend. Hydrate frequently. Wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing if you can. Limit outdoor activity to cooler parts of the day, and wear sunscreen. And please don't ever leave your children and pets unattended in a vehicle. And so now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
All right, take care of yourselves out there. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.